So this is on my phone. I'm not sure exactly what all this stuff is, but I was able to turn them off and on, and I went into, certain battery things. It was weird. It was like every single time that I, would turn something off, another thing would open, and then my 4G completely turned off completely, and I looked in here to try to turn it back on, and I started noticing that, literally almost everything that I had put on or turned off would open up a different option, and it was put on by like Apache license or just craziness. And I started reading the licenses and agreements, and it's crazy. So these right here are my it's coming in like my duplicate files. I never duplicated these files, but they're put on YouTube and TikTok. So it's almost as if I have all these extra sites that I don't have. Then there was offering me this just blockers below, and it was like on another phone that I had downloaded one of these blockers, and it was like putting a virus on my phone. This was while the internet was off, so these came up, and was very. I ended up deleting them all, and it was just I'd never put them all on there, whether they are anything or not. It's weird. So then this right here is like 59 web pages visited today. I never visited any web pages, but it was like Google LLC. It's all put on by Google LLC or platforms by Web Compat. And it's weird because it's like they make your phone completely customizable by customers, and their customers are people that want to. I don't know if it's hack your phone or whatever, but I had accidentally went on this thing. It was called Delete Contacts app. It was an actual website, and my phone number was linked to it. People would pay Bitcoin to mess with me, to stalk me, and it was like they would teach people how to take my pictures out of my phone, and they were soliciting it online. And I had another guy come up to me, and he, on the street, and was just like, "Hey man, you're the guy off of YouTube." And I'm like, "No, wait a minute, I had some stuff on YouTube, but." He started saying that I was running from somebody, and I was all stressed out in my car, and they were watching me the entire time. And then I don't know if they did that to mess with me or what, but gang stalking it's huge, and it's crazy, like I even these like what are all these things, Ocean, Knox Enrollment Services. Haya, Hide Notch Without Corner, Hide Notch Handwriting Service, Finder. Finder was another one that was on there that, was almost impossible to get off. And, once they're on your phone, it's almost like they're literally impossible to get off. And I don't know if those files are filled or all these are people that, were able to go on there and turn things off and on. And so I actually went and talked to this guy, and this guy was telling me that the majority of these are they're put on and they're hacked by either router or server. So Straight Talk's servers are duplicated and hacked, and I'll explain that on another video. But they actually duplicated all of the servers to get all of the customers' names, numbers, employees, and literally sell the service. They can literally sell the service, and Straight Talk won't even know it. They'll basically be an authorized dealer because they have the paperwork. They'll be able to have the paperwork to prove it, that they're a licensed whatever, and then you just, like this right here, like really this is a intellectual property, so the coding on my phone, from what I was told, wasn't supposed to be on here. It does not come stock on the phone. The free type project license. So come on now, think about that for a second. Pretty much you can go on there and add whatever you want, and that's what they do is they sell that through their, I guess, marketing or whatever, Quick Start. Quick Start, Leaders, text links, or they're all just companies. They're all companies that are Maricopa County, but they're all. It's weird. It's like they're registered with the Arizona Corporation Commission, but some of them don't even make sense. Like Azicart Pinella,
There's no Isaac Arpanella in my family. There's no Vinny Arpanella in my family. But they're using like my last names to like, I don't know if you'd say like take over or erase my family or what they're trying to do, but or make us look like frauds or whatever the case is. But like this on here, like this was crazy. Like this was, I could literally go BlackBerry. I could go. I could do iOS, Apple, Android. Like I could change these things on there. And so when I had I don't know if I accidentally done it or they had put it on my phone to make me look like the hacker, but I was fucking clueless. So I just started going there and hitting options, and the next thing you know, I started reading like the terms of service and the instruction tutorials and support and what have you, and it was just really, really, really creepy, the things that were coming up there. And I was reading on there the things that people were saying, and literally people are dying all over the United States because of these people. I mean, literally dying. I wasn't able to dial 911 because of that right there, rerouting outgoing calls, take pictures. I mean, think about that for a second. Like, you're calling Straight Talk or you're calling somebody to get answers, and they're rerouting your phone number or rerouting the phone number to where when you call, say, the Homeland Security, you're not even getting Homeland Security, you're getting a call center at Phoenix. A bunch of people who think that they're, representing the whole Homeland Security. It's creepy. So webcompat.com, I believe, was a separate Firefox platform. Which is wild. We are literally reCAPTCHA. That right there. I mean, I had the option to put that on every website out there, including IC-3.org, which is what was rerouted to the IC3 website. reCAPTCHA is like, it's not even it's a way for them to like dump into your file. Like you can literally put that reCAPTCHA on anything. It's retarded. It's dangerous. They're letting, the government doesn't even realize that they're basically letting these children, these young whatever hackers run the internet, which is, as of right now, because of COVID-19, is everything. Everything's on the internet. You go to Social Security office, you go to Access Insurance, anything. Everything's done online. So giving these kids the ability to change everything online, you're really you're blinding yourself. And then they'll go to the companies like, the Homeland Security and FBI and Secret Service, and they sell them a solution to the problem. But what they don't realize is they are the problem. So they're selling the solution to the problem, but they're basically giving themselves a license to do literally whatever they want. Once they copy the servers and duplicate the companies and duplicate the servers, they can print up the same documents, change dates on documents, like patents, government information, erase criminal records, add criminal records. They can literally kill somebody, erase whoever they killed, give their social security number to somebody else so it doesn't look like they killed them, and then when they decide they want to frame somebody else, they'll frame somebody else, and they can literally print up any type of paperwork you want. Google, like, where did that, when was GLE the freaking thing, like, you used to have to license the terms and at the bottom of what Google was. Who made Google? It's just crazy to me. Like, so you look on here, and I called one guy on Straight Talk, and he gave me the address to Phoenix. He said the headquarters was in Phoenix. And then all of a sudden it wasn't in Phoenix anymore. The headquarters of Straight Talk was in Florida. So I never really got a straight answer on that. It's just creepy to me. I set up a GoFundMe account, and my GoFundMe page was still, two of them were stolen right out from underneath me. So I'm trying to set up a GoFundMe account for Operation 2 Cents and Wicked Soul Customs and Operation Secret Ghost and even Secret Ghost, and it's just impossible. It's absolutely impossible. I can't do anything online, no matter what it is. It's like they sit there and they taunt you, and it's always that Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, all that stuff's always linked to it. It's crazy. So I took Wicked Soul Customs and ran a campaign for Secret Ghost. It started about 2 years ago, and I started auditing companies, whether it was the police, whether it was whatever, and giving these companies situations where you're basically putting it right in front of them, saying, "I have the answers to your questions," and they kind of look at you and say, "That's above my pay grade. That's, sorry, take a number, fill that form out, and we'll call you when we're ready." It's creepy. So I found out that my phone was redirected, almost everything from the phone numbers. My phone number was forwarded, so I wasn't getting any of my phone calls. I wasn't getting any of my emails. I wasn't getting anything. I mean, literally. Then I also found out that my YouTube channel and my TikTok channel were both monetized, and I still to this day have yet to find out where that money's going, because I don't have it. I don't know where it's at. It's almost like they hacked into my emails, and then literally they have stole every email that I've created, and it's like they reroute everything to them. So where's this monetization going? I've never given anybody permission to have to take the monetization or use Wicked Soul Customs LLC as a company. It's just me and my fiance Tanya Marie. So it's weird. It's like I don't understand where all of this is going and why. Why are they doing this? Who's doing this? My children are missing. Trinity Rose Nevaeh, Faith Nikolai Hendricks are missing, and I think that this is a big part of it. I think that members of my own family, I think that they were a part of it. And I think it was my aunt and my fiance's ex-husband. They got together, and next thing you know, all kinds of weird shit started happening. Bad shit started happening, and life, as we knew it, completely took a turn. It was horrible. My kids came up missing. Nobody knows where they're at. Nobody seems to know how to find them. The cops. I call 911 to see if I can fill out a missing persons report, and they yell at me and tell me to stop calling their phone, and it's just crazy. So I decided, what, the heck with it. I'm going to just go balls to the wall, and I'm going to continue my journey on hunting gang stalkers. It just needs to happen. I helped build the companies that were never supposed to be like this. Gang stalking was never supposed to be. The companies that are doing this were supposed to be assisting the government on getting rid of child molesters and pedophiles and people that were actually convicted, not just saying, "I don't like that person, I'm going to call him a pedophile," and gang stalk them. It's crazy. People are dying. People are becoming homeless. They're losing their lives. They're losing everything that they have. Their companies. I mean, literally freaking everything. They are losing everything. Kids are getting kidnapped because their phones are leading them places and saying, "Hey, Pokemon Go, go here, go over here, take a picture of this person, Pokemon Go, take a picture of that." And the next thing you know, they're being kidnapped because terrorists or human traffickers have the ability to control those apps, and it's creepy. It is freaking creepy, like straight up. So, and none of these names on here, they don't make any sense. I looked for this company. This company doesn't exist. So, I mean, it's just wild. It's crazy. It's to me, it's just out of this world, wild how the government doesn't see what's happening to them. I mean, literally, the entire government in the United States is being duplicated, and that way these people are literally controlling everything on the internet. As long as everything's done on the internet and being controlled on the internet, the government will no longer have control over anything, and it's crazy. I've tried contacting Homeland Security. I've tried contacting emails after email after email to IC3, to Homeland Security, to sheriffs, to even local police, saying like, "Hey, this is happening. I have the answers to help." It's not the Hells Angels, it's not the federal government, but they're blaming it on these entities like Hells Angels. Even the Mongols and Motorcycle Club, or the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, and the federal government, the CIA, the FBI, they're blaming it on all these people because they have the ability to duplicate their companies and print out badge numbers and falsify and counterfeit documents to give them badge numbers. And so people are literally following whatever they want to, whatever they want you to believe. It's not the Hells Angels. It's not the federal government. It's the people who want you to think that it is, so that you don't pursue them. And it's crazy how much power they actually have compared to what they should have. And they're just a bunch of hackers. You know, they'll act like they're chasing you around, and the next thing you know, you'll have a bunch of cars surrounding you, and you'll be, you know, kind of freaking out, thinking you're, you know, being followed by the whole bunch of people, and it's really just a whole bunch of hackers playing Pokemon Go, pretty much. And that's exactly what it is. And they're either being paid Bitcoin or paying Bitcoin to do it. To hack your phone, get your location, get your pictures, and literally turn you into a freaking game. And that's what it is. You know, I know this stuff because, like I said, I helped build these companies, but back in 2015, before they were a company, it was never supposed to be that way. And then I became the stock, and then I became suddenly the alleged pedophile. And I've never been convicted of anything like that. I never would. And that's just bottom line. This is how it is. So, Wicked Still Customs LLC.